We are gathered to celebrate with Stev and Christina a celebration of love and commitment. First off, congratulations, and thank you for allowing us to be part of this. For as many weddings as Mark and I do, renewals are actually our favorite thing to do, because you did twice. You loved each other and are still here, and that's something you don't see very often. You think about it 10 years ago when you got married and the friends and family that were couples, boyfriend, girlfriend, engaged, or whatever, how many of them are still together today? It's an amazing thing when you think about it, because it's for your kids, but it's also for their friends and families that see this, so that's amazing. Now, go ahead and look at each other. Stev, do you take Christina to be your lawful wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward?
I do.
Christina, do you take Stev to be your lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward? May I take your flowers? Thank you.
Don't you photobomb it.
Now, I know we're not going to exchange rings today, but I want you to kind of look at the rings that
That's
you have.
not nice.
The first time you gave rings to one another, it was all about the future.
It's right here.
Now you have the past, the present, as well as the future. These rings represent God's love for you and your love for one another. Do you promise to continue having that love? 1 Corinthians 13, it's often referred to as the love chapter of the Bible. It's love is patient. Love is kind. It does not boast. It does not envy. It is not self-seeking. It is not rude. Love always hopes, and love always perseveres. Do you promise also to continue having that love? And I know you have it, because you wouldn't be here 10 years later. Because you realize that marriages are full of valleys and hilltops. You love those hilltops, but as a married couple, you've gone through some valleys. But it's the valleys you've learned. That's where you truly have learned to walk hand in hand, side by side. Because if one of you stumbled, the other was there to pick them up. If one of you fell, the other was there to give words of encouragement and comfort. It's been in that valley you've learned forgiveness, and it's giving as well as receiving. True forgiveness is a gift you've given one another. It's a gift of love, a gift of your heart. And this moment, this is forever. It's for the rest of your lives, and that's commitment. And like every commitment in your life, it takes work. And the work you've done is day by day, hour by hour, sometimes second by second. But it's also been a choice. You've chosen each other. You've chosen your love. By doing that, you realize there's two things you can't be afraid or ashamed to say to one another. The first one is, I'm sorry. And the second one is, I love you. And then when you get to the hilltop, you're looking back on your lives. You realize it never mattered where you were, as long as you're there together. Because together, there's nothing you can't overcome or accomplish. Behind you is your past, and in that past is everything that's had to happen to bring you here. Had you not been on the bus that day, you would have never been here, right? And you took the initiative to sit next to him a couple times on the bus. But it's also going to your friend's Valentine party as your first kind of date, but more official date, when you went to an Italian restaurant, a fancy one, got dressed up. But it's also sitting on the beach, knowing that you were to be together. Decided to become husband and wife, he asked you. But that's just the start of this story. Because there's also those two little babies you brought home from the hospital. You watched them walk and held them together, named them. All the first with that, because in years from now, in the future, those two little babies are going to come to you and you're going to say, how did you do it? When so many family and friends didn't. And you say, because we loved each other, and we knew it, and we worked through it. There's no better gift than you can give them than this. Because they realize, and you know, your marriage is full of hope, dreams, love and laughter. But also holding your hands, your best friend, your helpmate, your love. This is your happily ever. It's your love story. So continue to choose your words wisely and love wisely. Look at each other. For as much as Stev and Christina have consented together, they have witnessed the same before God in this company. By the authority vested in me, I pronounce you still married after all these years. Congratulations, and kiss your bride. Now this rose represents the first gift you're giving each other as you renew your vows. So it does represent the heart and the vows that you said today. and a continuing promise to put each other always first and foremost in your lives. And it's mentally, physically, emotionally, as well as spiritually. To confirm these, please exchange these roses with an I love you and another kiss.
Stop moving the chair.
Why so quiet?
I don't know what happened to the...